Hi guys, welcome back to Too Cool for Middle School and welcome to day, I don't even know, of social distancing and me making videos to give me a sense of purpose while I am at home all day long. And hopefully this is providing you a distraction of some kind and hopefully we can make this interesting. It's actually a beautiful day outside. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go outside for a walk with my 3-year-old. I think that'll be really good for our physical health and our mental health and just be something fun to do. So anyways, today I am doing the Netflix book tag. I love tag videos. It's been so long since I've done a tag video, and so I just searched some up today, and this is a really cute one that I found. So it's basically like when you open up your Netflix account, which we've all been doing quite a bit, I'm sure, this past week or so, you're just applying those like main topics to books. So question number 1 is recently watched. What was the last book that you read? Yesterday I finished reading this one. It's called The Birch Bark House by Louise Erdrich. There's another book of hers that I love so much. Where is it? The Round House. So this one's The Birch Bark House. I absolutely love The Round House. That one's more of like an adult book. This one is more of a student book, and it's really beautifully done. I can see it being perfect for like 5th or 6th grade. It's a great way to bring in Native American literature and Native American history. It takes place in like the 1850s on the East Coast, on the island of the golden-breasted woodpecker. And it's just a really beautiful story about a family who lives there, and it's like a year in their lives. So it starts in the summer and then it takes you all the way through all of the seasons and then back to the summer again. So this one is really beautiful. I definitely recommend it. Number 2, top picks. A book that was recommended based on another book that you read. Well, I've been getting most of my book recommendations lately from Amory's book club. She has a book club kind of like here on YouTube and on Instagram, and so I've been reading through almost every single book that she recommends. And the most recent one that she recommended was this one, New Waves by Kevin Nguyen. This book is amazing. It's one of my favorite books that I've read in quite a while. Actually, every single one that Amory has recommended I've absolutely loved. This one was really cool. It's set about 10 years ago in New York, and a lot of it takes place at startup companies that are supposed to be kind of like Snapchat or something. So it gives you a little bit of like a peek into that kind of like culture and the mindset. It's definitely a look at how technology intersects with race and gender and safety and protection, and what we can do to kind of like police these apps that we create for mass consumption, and like should we be policing them, or like should we put something out there that can potentially be a vehicle for like bullying and harassment and danger. It's really interesting. I read it very quickly, but I also had a lot of time on my hands, so highly recommend. Number 3 is recently added, the last book you bought. Okay, I think some of you are going to be amused and some of you are going to be horrified, but this has actually been in my Amazon cart for a while. This is The End is Always Near, Apocalyptic Moments from the Bronze Age Collapse to Nuclear Near Misses by Dan Carlin. I feel like he's going to have to come out with a new edition soon.
It's the Underminer!
Jensen wants to show you his Underminer! He's watching The Incredibles, but the only scene that he ever wants to watch is the one with the Underminer at the very beginning. So every 10 minutes I have to go restart the movie. So that's fun. Anyways, yeah, this guy, Dan Carlin, he runs the Hardcore History podcast, so I've listened to that a little bit. And honestly, for me, in times like this, I just want to know what people have done throughout history. I want to know what has worked in the past, what hasn't, and kind of like what we're in for. So what lessons can we learn from the past? So I think for some people this would be like their worst nightmare to read this right now. but I'm planning on starting it today. Number 4 is popular on Netflix. So one book that I have read that everyone's talking about, and one book that I haven't read that everyone's talking about. Well, this isn't a new one, but I recently was talking about Unsheltered by Barbara Kingsolver, and so many people said that they love the Poisonwood Bible. That was like one of their favorite books. So that's one that I haven't read that people have been talking about. And I'm looking at my bookshelf here. What's a good one? Oh, I know. Here's a good one. This has been out for a little while, but Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. I loved this book. Actually, my husband bought this for me. It was so nice. Like, he just heard people talking about it on NPR, I guess, and so he ordered it for me and gave it to me, and then I didn't talk to him for like 3 days because all I was doing was reading this book. But they made either a TV show or a movie out of this. I can't really tell, but it's gonna be on Hulu soon. And they actually filmed it like a couple blocks away from me. I saw the film crew in like the Shaker Heights police car and everything that they had over there. So I'm really excited to watch the adaptation that they've made of this one. The next category is comedies. What is a funny book that you've read? One of the funniest books that I've ever read, and one of my favorite books ever, is A Confederacy of Dunces by John Kennedy Toole. This book is so weird. The characters are so weird. The plot is so weird. It's just hilarious and quirky and wonderful. I've read it maybe 3 times. This is my newer copy, but I have an old beat up copy that I got at a used bookstore. And this one is just hilarious. So if you've ever read this one, let me know in the comments below, because it's kind of like a cult favorite type thing. Number 6, a character who is a drama king or queen. How about this one? Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me and Other Concerns by Mindy Kaling. I love this book. I love Mindy Kaling. I love the Mindy Project. I love her other book. I forget what that one's called. But she's dramatic and hilarious, and I love her. And I feel like actually this would be a good one to read again as just kind of like an escape from reality. Number 7 is cartoons. So a book with cartoons on the cover. Do I have any books with cartoons on the cover? How about this one? Does this count? Small Doses by Amanda Seales. She's got little like hand-drawn images in her hair, and then all throughout the book there are lots of illustrations. This book is just so like exciting to read because there's just so much cool stuff in here. Like look at this. I think I didn't actually finish this one. Ooh, I'm on page 143. So that reminds me, I need to finish this one actually. I love her Instagram. I love her Instagram stories. I'm loving her on the reel. So I'm gonna set this one aside so I can remember to finish it. Okay, this tag is really fun. It's like reminding me of all these cool books. Number 8 is Watch Again, something that you would reread. You know what might be a good reread right now is this one. It's called Encyclopedia of an Ordinary Life by Amy Krauss Rosenthal. I read this a really long time ago, like probably over 10 years ago. It's just like a bunch of memoirs, I guess, just kind of like in alphabetical order. They're just kind of her musings on life, and I remember really enjoying this one. I really liked her writing style, and it was just like a very, I don't know, comforting book. A lot of my friends were reading this one at the time and just kind of like passing it around to each other, so I would reread this one. Number 9 is Documentaries, a nonfiction book that you would recommend. I kind of like only read nonfiction. There's so much good nonfiction here. Oh, I know. This one I'm actually still working my way through. Oh, this could have been my cartoon one. Why didn't I mention this? I don't know. But anyway, we'll mention it here. The first time Jensen saw this one, he was like, "It's a party." This book is Anti-Racist, 20 Lessons on How to Wake Up, Take Action, and Do the Work by Tiffany Jewell, who I have known from Instagram for a really long time. And this book, I mean, has the most beautiful illustrations ever. It's kind of meant to be read slowly, like it kind of has like activities and stuff for you to do as you read through it. So I didn't want to just like rush through it and go from beginning to end. So it's one that I just keep on kind of like picking up and working through. But this is probably the most beautiful book that I own. I think this is like my 3rd copy. I keep on giving copies away because I think it's so good. So the question on this one was a nonfiction book that you would recommend to everybody. So this is one that I would recommend to everybody. Number 10 is Action and Adventure. Recommend an action-packed book. And I would have to say Shadow Shaper by Daniel Jose Older. That book is in my classroom, so I don't have it with me right now, but that one is definitely full of lots of magic, lots of action, lots of fighting. It's very intense, very fun. It's a really cool young adult novel. And the last question is a new release, a new book that you're excited about reading. And I just got this one. I've been seeing it on Instagram everywhere. Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. This is another one that I wanted to start today. I have a really nice little stack going now, my little quarantine reading list. So I've just heard really great things about this one. Look how cool her author picture is. So yeah, those are my responses for the Netflix book tag. This was actually really fun. This has been such a fun little distraction, and I'm excited to edit this, and I'm excited to read all of the books that I just kind of like reminded myself about that I have sitting here at my fingertips. So the last thing that you're supposed to do with a tag video is tag people from other channels to also do this tag. So I'm thinking of people I know who also read a lot. I'm gonna tag Amanda Rose and History with Tiffany. I would love to see their responses to these questions. So thank you guys for watching today. If you're new to my channel, say hello in the comments. I'd love to meet you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit notifications and all that lovely stuff. So Jensen's gonna help me sign off here. Say bye.
Bye.
Say don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Say have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
See you next time.
See you next time. Belly, belly, boom, boom.
Your belly.
The belly, belly, boom, boom.